Hey guys, this is Seth Riley and welcome to the White Hat Mastermind Show. This is episode number 17 and this is lesson 2 in the Enfold series that we're currently in, okay? So thank you so much for watching along thus far. And today what I want to teach you is how to color coordinate on your website to where things aren't so overpowering for your visitors. And that's one mistake a lot of marketers, especially new marketers, do online. They tend to use these really wild and busy looking colors on their website, and it tends to be overpowering and kind of hard to look at, you know, and it just causes like a glare. When you're squinting your eyes when you're looking at a website, that's a bad thing. So I want to make sure that you guys, when you're building your site with Enfold, make sure that you use proper colors. You know, grays and whites are very good colors. Also, if you're going to go with a dark theme style, you want to make sure you use the proper grays and dark grays as well. So we're going to go ahead and jump back over to the admin panel. And if you scroll to Enfold and go to General Styling, you're going to have the option to select a predefined color scheme, okay, which is very cool. So if we selected Splash Orange, you can see right below that it adds orange links and a nice blue color to kind of match the orange. If you select Splash Green, you'll see that we have a white background color throughout the theme, but the footer and the menu navigation are actually darker grays, okay? If you wanted to go with like a dark blue, you click dark blue, obviously. And then we have the main content area, which is white, and then the alternate color is a navy blue. Then here are some other colors, and you guys get the gist of this. Obviously, you can choose what color best fit your personal style and your brand. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start out with one of these predefined color schemes, and then we're going to go ahead and edit the colors from there. I'm going to select this black. This is a dark theme style. I'm not going to go with that on this particular site. I think I kind of know what I want. I kind of want to go with some light white colors, some light grays, maybe some dark black or something like that for the footer, okay? If you have an application that takes colors off the internet, you know, like ColorBot, I definitely suggest getting an application like I have here. If I select ColorBot and open up all the different colors that I've captured off the internet, and it uses the hexagon color here, so you can just simply add it where you want it to change the different colors. But it really gives you a nice portfolio of colors that you personally like to choose from, so you don't have to constantly be guessing and looking for new color styles to use on your website. So I definitely suggest getting the ColorBot picker. And, you know, I think you can get that at the Apple Store or where you get applications. So let's see what this grayscale looks like. Okay, that's a pretty nice color. I think what I'm going to do is go with this grayscale color because the header is white. The main content area, which will be the majority of my site, is going to be white with a nice red and blue hover effect. And then we have a darker gray alternate background color, okay? And from here, we can kind of go see what is going to work the best. So I'm going to hit Save Changes and come back over here and refresh. And as you can see, we have a darker footer. And the featured breadcrumb area is darker as well, but we also have the white header and the white main menu content area. So if we scroll back over here, the first thing I want to do is go over to menus, and we need to make sure that we assign a particular menu, okay, to the Enfold theme, or else it's just going to display all your pages on the menu item. And as you can see, it looks very ugly and it takes up way too much of the header. So we need to kind of cut back on that. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and delete this menu, and we're just going to go ahead and build our own. Now, in the next video, I'm actually going to be going more in depth on the header and the menu navigation, also the sidebar navigation and the footer navigation. So make sure you pay close attention to this series because I'm really going to cover it all for you, okay? And then we have a menu 2. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. We're going to start from scratch. I hope Tony doesn't mind, but you know, this is sometimes what you got to do. I'm not going to delete this merchandise menu because I really am not sure what it is. But what I'm going to do is click Create a New Menu, and we'll just name this main navigation. Hit create menu. And then you want to add all your main menu navigation items. And just you can do that by selecting them here, okay? And then hit add to menu. Okay, that looks pretty good. We'll hit save changes. Come back over here and go ahead and refresh. Okay, now as you can see, just by creating the menu, it did not add that specific menu to the header. So what we need to do is go back over here, go to manage locations, click on that. And as you can see, it says the Enfold main menu navigation, Enfold secondary menu, and the Enfold footer menu. In the main menu, what we want to do is select main navigation. As you can see, the way I name stuff is very easy to follow. So if you have one developer working on your site now, and later you want another developer to work on your site, keep things simple, keep the names of your pages simple. And like I said, you can always change the names in your specific menu items, and we'll be getting into that in the next video. But we've added the main menu navigation to the Enfold main menu area, and we're going to go ahead and save the changes, scroll back over here, and refresh the page. So as you can see, we have the home, the blog, the about page, and contact page. Now, in my opinion, these are 4 pages that are kind of a necessity that you'd want to have on your site, okay? And as you can see, the site looks pretty good. I mean, just by default. We don't really need to change too many colors around, but we want to make it a little unique, and we want to make it different than everybody else's. So if I hover over this, you can see that I have a red and a blue hover color. I'm actually going to get rid of the blue hover color and maybe make it an optional red color, okay? So I'm going to scroll back over here, go to my Enfold admin area, and click on General Styling, and I'm going to scroll down here, and as you can see, we spotted the red and the blue right here, right off the bat. So what I'm going to do is take this primary color here, the red, because I want to change the hover color, and the hover is the blue, so I know this is the highlight color area that I need to change. I'm going to go ahead and paste in my red here, and then I'm just going to drag this and make it a little bit lighter so people know when they hover over different elements, it's going to turn a little bit lighter red, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and take this new color that we've added and copy it, go over to the main content area, and replace this highlight color with it as well. And you can hit this little color circle here to make sure it inserts. Go over to the alternate color, and the primary color, we're going to go ahead and add it there as well. Footer. Now the footer by default is not using any of these more extravagant colors, so and that's okay. We can keep the footer simple, but we're going to go ahead and hit save changes, scroll back over here, and refresh the page. Now if we hover over the search, you can see that we now have that lighter red color when we actually hover over the submit button. Okay, same thing down here with this search. And that'll be displayed globally throughout the site. Now, if we click on blog, you can see that we have our blog is already set up because Tony took the liberty of already adding blog posts. And, he can just add as many blog posts to this in the future as he wants. Another thing I noticed right off the bat is that our bottom menus, by default, Enfold will display all your pages right here, and it looks a little funny, okay? And then we have recent comments. We're going to go ahead and spice this up and maybe change the footer elements around a little bit, okay? Just to make it look better for this tutorial. So if I scroll over to Appearance and go down to Widgets, you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Enfold columns. What I want to do is go over to my Enfold settings in the admin panel of Enfold. I want to scroll down to Footer and select 3 because right now our site's not that big and we don't have a ton of content. And 3 columns is going to be a lot easier to fill with widgets than 4, okay? So just be very minimal at first when you're creating your website. We're going to go back over to the widgets under Appearance, and you can see we have 1, 2, 3 columns here now. Let's see here. One element that I really like that Enfold has is the combo widget. We'll add that to the left side. And it's going to display 4 posts, okay? And then the column 2 area, let's see what we can add there. Let's add a search box. And we'll just do a calendar for now, okay? You can choose to display it as, categories. We'll go ahead and display categories, okay? And you can choose to have it as a drop down or whatever. We'll just keep it by default. And then we need one more area for the column number 1. What I like to do in the first column area is add a little about the site stuff. So if we put about refuse, and then we add some dummy text. If you just type in dummy text in Google and hit search, it'll bring up the dummy text generator. And you can just simply grab some text here, go back over to your widget area and paste in that here. And then we can follow it up with a little link here. Okay, we'll just pretend this is a link for now. And hit save changes. Now if we go back over to the main site, and we're looking at the footer right now. If we scroll down to the footer, you can see that we have the About Refuse website here. We have a search box, categories, and we have popular posts, recent, comments. Obviously this looks a little funny still, so we're going to get rid of the recent comments here. I'm also going to display the pages opposed to categories. So if I can just click delete that widget, come back over here and select a custom menu. And then you want to choose your custom menu from the drop down. Hit save changes. Now this is just scratching the surface of menu navigation for the footer, and we're going to be getting more into that in the next video, okay? But for now I just wanted to make the site look usable and user friendly. So if you scroll down, you can see that we have our main pages, our search, we have our popular posts, recent posts, and comments, and then we have a little bit about the author of the site. One more thing I wanted to do is add a title to the menu navigation. All right, there we go. Hit save changes, refresh the page. As you can see, now we have a title for our main menu navigation in the footer area. All right, let's see what else we want to do here with the colors. So if we go back over to our home page, you can see that, by default, the home page looks more like a post page. So what we want to do is change the home page from looking like a blog page to a landing page. So if I scroll back over here and go to pages and scroll down to my home page, right off the rip, you can see right here it says Advanced Layout Editor. This is the Enfold editor, guys. So click on that to use the Enfold editor. And everything within this editor is drag and drop. It's amazing. And I'm going to show you guys how to use that here in a later video, okay? But for now, we're going to delete those sections out of there. And we're going to scroll down to templates. You can choose whether to have a default template, archive template, or a blank page template with no header or footer. Like I said, for landing pages, that would come in handy. If we scroll down to sidebars, we can choose to not display a sidebar. For the home page, we don't want a sidebar. The footer, we'll go ahead and display just the socket. Display only the socket. And we're going to go ahead and remove the featured title and the breadcrumbs off the home page. And then we can come back up and hit update. So as you can see, we have basically a blank page here. And I'll add some dummy text for now, just so you guys can get a feel of what we're going to be working on moving forward, okay? So the first thing in the Enfold visual editor is the layout elements. If we grab the color section, you can drag and drop it. Then we can simply duplicate this by hitting this duplicate icon. Now, what we want to do, we have one color section and another color section. We can put as many elements in each one of these sections. Remember what I was telling you about displaying different segments on your home page, so you can theme different segments on your home page differently? Well, that's what these color sections allow you to do. But we're going to go ahead and click on Content Elements, grab the text block, drop it here. We'll grab another text block and drop it here. We'll grab a special headline, and we'll go ahead and add some dummy content to the headline. We'll make it a header 2. We'll center the text. And we can even add a subheadline below the main title. You can choose the size of the subheadline as well. We'll make it 20 pixels. The padding for that subheadline will be 20 at the bottom. Hit Save Changes. We'll go click on the text block. And we'll go ahead and paste in our dummy content we'll do the same thing for this area as well. We'll go ahead and add in some text there. And we'll grab a space separator just to separate these columns. Boom. And then we'll hit update the page. Come back over to the main page. Refresh. Now, as you can see, we have a more landing page style home page here, okay? And if we clicked on the blog page, you can see we have a blog page style, okay? If we click on the About Me page, we also have a more blog style landing page. A more blog style with the sidebar looking about page. So we're also going to change this to a more landing page style and the Contact Us page as well, okay? So if we scroll back over here and go to Pages, and we scroll down to the About page, you want to come over here for the Enfold settings and turn off the sidebar. We'll just keep the widget area on, and also the title, the featured title and breadcrumbs. And we'll do that for the Contact Us page as well. If we scroll down to Contact Us, hit Edit. It looks like there's a contact form here at one point. We'll go ahead and delete that and hit Advanced Layout. And we're going to use the visual editor that Enfold uses. So we'll click on Content Elements. And if you scroll down, if you wanted to replace, if you had a shortcode previously on your old installation, Enfold has this by default. Grab the contact form, drag and drop it, and you can choose what email address you would like to send the data to, okay, in the contact form just by adding it here. You can also realign your elements here for the contact form. Also change the submit button text. We'll just put submit here, okay? Hit save changes, scroll down. We'll go ahead and keep the sidebar on the contact page. It might come in handy down the line for specific navigation. And we'll go ahead and hit refresh. As you can see, we've added a really nice looking contact form to the contact page. If we click on About, you can see we have a blank page here, and we'll go ahead and add some demo content. One thing I really like about the Enfold theme is that it allows you to duplicate the entire page layout, which makes it very simple by using 2 clicks. So if we scroll down to the home page and we just want to reduplicate the home page on the About Me page just to get us started, all you have to do is scroll down to Templates, hit Save Entry as a template, and then choose Home Page, okay? Or for this example, we'll just put Landing Page. Hit Save. And as you can see, we have the landing page template. And just go ahead and hit Update. Now scroll to the About Me page. Click on it. Go to the Advanced Visual Editor. And click on Templates. And then we just want to click on the landing page template. And boom, it simply drops that entire page layout right inside here. How awesome is that, guys? I mean, think about all the pages you want to create for your site and how useful this feature is going to come in handy when you want to have a similar page but not exactly the same. You can just create a default template and boom, paste it into your other page and then edit it from there. So we want to make sure that the sidebar is taken out, and then we want to go ahead and hit Update. We'll come back over to the About page and hit Refresh. So as you can see, we now have a little more content that we can kind of work with for the color section, okay? And I really want to show you how to make these color sections look good, okay? So if we scroll back over to the home page, what I'm going to do is use one of these sections as an alternate background color and then one as a main content area, okay? So if we scroll back and go to the home page, click on Edit, what you can do with these color sections is very neat. If you scroll down, you can see this little edit icon here on the actual the color section. But if you scroll down, you can see another edit option. This is for the actual headline. So you want to make sure that you click on the right edit icon, or else you'll end up confusing yourself. There's also an edit icon for each individual element that you drag and drop into the visual editor. But if we click on Edit right here, and we click on Section Background, you can see that it gives us the option to use those 5 sections that I was talking about. The logo area, the main content, the alternate content, the footer, and the socket. We're going to go ahead and use this as the alternate content section. And you can actually choose to override the global color section on a per page basis by selecting what you wanted here. But we're going to go ahead and hit clear for now because we want to use what we've added in the alternate color section, okay? You can also choose to add a custom background. Also, if you wanted to do a background picture with a color overlay with the opacity or transparency low, then you could choose to enable this as well. Hit Save Changes, scroll back up to your Update button and hit Update. Now what we're going to do is come back over to the main home page, refresh the page. Now as you can see, we've styled the alternate background color to use a darker style. We've styled the alternate background section to use a darker color. And the main color section is white. So as you can see, this is very modern, very easy on the eyes. You know, we have some really nice colors here. And that's one beautiful thing about using the Enfold theme is that it allows you to use the different color predefined fields. So if we scroll back over to the Enfold section and we go to General Styling, we can go ahead and take this a little bit further and maybe add, let's say, a little border, a pinstripe here to the alternate color section. Now, what I want to do is just grab this nice hot red color here, okay? And go over to the alternate color section, scroll down to borders, and go ahead and paste that color in there. Now, as you can see, we've added a nice border ring around the alternate color section. And that's not going to be displayed in the main content section, only for the alternate color sections when you choose to display it. Go ahead and hit Save Changes, come back over to your main site, and refresh the page. So now, if we wanted to add a few more elements here, they're actually going to be outlined in that nice red color. So we're going to go back over to the main page, the main home page, hit Edit, and then what we can do from here is maybe add some color boxes, okay? This might make things really interesting. And then we're going to go ahead and go to Layout Elements. I'm going to grab the 1/3 column, drag and drop it here, and then I'm going to duplicate this column section 3 times. And then I'm also going to duplicate the icon boxes 3 times. I will simply drag and drop each icon box into the column areas, okay? And then if I click on this column, I can choose how I want to display the icon box. We're going to have the icon at the top, and then we'll have a nice border around the icon section, okay? You can choose to have no background around the content, or you can choose to have a box content background with a border. We'll keep the border because we want that nice red to show through. You can also choose your specific icons and give it a title here. We'll just use what they have there for now. And another thing I'm going to do is grab some dummy content here and paste it in, just to show you guys what we're working with. I'm also going to click on this one, choose to display the icon at the top, choose to display the background and the border. We'll just select a star for this. And then I'm also going to paste in my dummy content there. You can also choose to have the title linkable, okay, which is very nice. If you want these specific content boxes to go to a specific page on your site, that is very cool, and you can do that as well. We'll have the thumbs up icon for this one, and we'll keep the title the same and paste in our dummy content. Hit Save Changes. Optionally, for each icon box, you can select color options in this tab, and you can choose how you want to display your font color and also your icon colors. We're not going to mess with those right now. We're just going to go with the default because I really want you guys to focus on using those 5 color sections, the global color sections, to your advantage, so you don't have to constantly be creating new colors for your site. So really focus on using those 5 elements for all your colors on your site. It's really going to help you to have ease of use, quick implementation on your site, and a gorgeous site after all. So we're going to go ahead and refresh this homepage. And as you can see, that nice red color is now our icon colors, which makes it very cool, right? As you can see, we need a little space in between this content box and this paragraph. So if we go back over here, we can grab a divider. If we click on Content Elements, we'll grab the separator, Drag and drop it between them. And then you can click on the edit link to choose your separator. Yes, Enfold comes with multiple separators. We're going to go ahead and use a white space because we don't really want a line here, but we want it to be separate from the content boxes and the paragraph. Go ahead, update, refresh your home page. And as you can see, we've spaced out the paragraph and the icon boxes as well. So what do you guys think? This site's starting to look pretty good, right? I thought so too. One other thing you can do optionally is have the menu sit below your header with the logo centered. And in the next tutorial, we're going to be getting into the header and the menu navigation functions. Also the sidebar functions. I'm going to show you how to create parent pages, also custom menus for your sidebar, and how to set up custom sidebars for each individual page on your Enfold theme. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and stay tuned for the next one because we're going to be talking about headers, navigation, sidebars, and footers. Thank you for watching. Take care.